The sun hung high over the training grounds of Falconridge Military Academy, casting long shadows across the rigidly aligned cadets. Everything here was about precision, marching, commands, discipline. But today, something was different. Cadet Eric Dawson felt it before he saw it. A shift in the air, an undercurrent of tension rippling through the ranks. Then came the whispers. Something big was happening. A sudden order snapped through the formation. "Stand at attention!" The sharp clack of boots hitting the ground echoed through the still afternoon. Then the convoy appeared. Black SUVs rolled in, tires crunching against gravel in perfect formation. The doors swung open, and out stepped a team of men in dark suits. Secret Service. And then, emerging with his unmistakable presence, was Donald Trump. The air tightened. Cadets stood even straighter. The former president surveyed the group, his gaze cutting through them like a general scanning his troops before battle. He didn't come with a script or a speech. This wasn't a ceremony. This was something else. His eyes moved deliberately across the line of cadets, measuring, evaluating. And then, suddenly, they locked onto Eric. "You," Trump said, his voice carrying over the silent training field. "Step forward." Eric's stomach clenched. Why him? He forced his boots forward, standing tall despite the growing weight in his chest. "What's your name, son?" Trump asked. "Cadet Eric Dawson, sir." Trump nodded, his expression unreadable. Then he asked a question that sent Eric's heart pounding. "You ever doubt yourself?" For a split second, Eric considered lying. But something about the way Trump was looking at him made him hesitate. "Yes, sir." A small smirk tugged at the corner of Trump's mouth. "That's the right answer." Murmurs ran through the cadets. Eric held his breath, waiting for what came next. "Every real leader doubts themselves at some point," Trump continued. "The difference is how they handle that doubt." A pause, then he turned to his aides. "Let's give them a test." The words sent a ripple of tension through the formation. "A test? What kind of test?" "Hope you're ready," Trump said, looking straight at Eric. Eric had no idea what he was about to face, but there was no turning back now. Minutes later, Eric and 4 other cadets were being led across the academy grounds to a rugged training zone, a field torn up by combat simulations, trenches, barricades, and scattered debris. A drill instructor stood waiting. "The objective is simple," he barked. "Out there somewhere is a wounded soldier. Your mission: find him, stabilize him, and bring him back." Eric nodded, ready. But then Trump added, "One more thing. Only one of you is in charge." The air went still. Eric barely had time to process the statement before Trump pointed directly at him. "It's you." His chest tightened. He hadn't asked for this, but now the weight of leadership sat squarely on his shoulders. "You have 10 minutes, Trump said. "Go!" Eric snapped into action. "Reynolds, on point. Owens, take left flank. Stay low. Stay sharp." The team moved quickly, scanning for signs of their target. A thick wall of smoke billowed ahead, cutting visibility. A trap. "Close ranks," Eric ordered. They pushed through, their movements synchronized. But suddenly, a cadet slipped, his foot catching a tripwire. A simulated explosion rocked the ground. Eric spun, grabbing him before he fell completely. "You good?" "Yeah," the cadet coughed, shaking off the dust. No time to dwell. They pressed forward. Then they heard it. "Help! Over here!" A weak voice crackled through a hidden speaker, guiding them toward a collapsed structure. Eric's stomach dropped. They were close. Beneath the wooden rubble, a weighted dummy lay motionless, mimicking an injured soldier. Eric dropped to his knees. "Tourniquet the leg. Keep the airway clear." move fast. His team responded instantly. Precision, training, execution. Then a booming voice rang out from the speakers. 1 minute left. They had to move now. Eric gritted his teeth. Lift! The stretcher surged forward, but then, disaster. Reynolds stumbled, nearly losing his grip. The weight shifted. Owens barely caught the other side. Eric's pulse spiked. No time to hesitate. Back up! Stabilize! Move! They powered through the last 30 yards, every muscle screaming in protest. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. They crossed the line. Silence. Then, a slow clap. Eric looked up, gasping for air. Trump was watching. Not bad, Trump finally said. Not perfect, but not bad. Eric wasn't sure if that was a compliment or a test in itself. Then Trump motioned for him. Walk with me. Eric forced his legs to move, falling into step beside him. For a while, they walked in silence. Then Trump spoke. You hesitated, he said. Eric swallowed. Yes, sir. Trump nodded, as if expecting the answer. You doubted yourself when I put you in charge. Yes, sir. Trump stopped walking, turning to him. Why? Eric exhaled. Because I'm not the strongest, or the fastest, or the best. Trump smirked. Let me tell you something. Leadership isn't about being the best. It's about stepping up when no one else will. Eric met his gaze. The words hit harder than he expected. Trump continued. You made mistakes today, but you didn't quit. That's what matters. A pause. Then Trump patted his shoulder. You're ready for the real test. Eric's stomach dropped. The real test? Trump turned back to the group. Cadets, listen up. Leadership isn't about you. It's about what you do for others. He nodded toward Eric. And today, he just proved he gets it. The cadets straightened, respect flickering in their eyes. Trump smirked one last time. Keep an eye on this one, he told the commanding officer. He's got something. Then, with that signature stride, he climbed back into the SUV. The convoy pulled away, leaving Eric standing there, exhausted, shaken, changed. Because today, he hadn't just passed a test. He had become a leader.